Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Highly Taken Podcast. Sweet 16, episode number 16.
Ooh.
David Seifert back in again from Tallahassee, Florida.
Christian Smith back at you, but this time, boys, I'm in Elkton, Maryland.
And Nick Smith back at you at Jacksonville.
This is Dylan in Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. Yo, I just want to say real quick.
Did
Dylan,
that come through? Did that
Dylan,
come through?
no, I didn't come through. Dylan, I just want to say it real quick. I'll say it live on camera.
That one.
You're a little bitch.
No. You're the bitch. Now,
Dude. Look, the fact of the matter is, bro, is you're a little bitch.
What's going on?
Dude, you want to say that to
I
my
don't
face?
know.
Bro, I would 100% say that to your fucking face. If you were
What?
fucking here right now, I would say
You
that to
wanna
you.
bet?
Yeah, I
You
do
wanna
want
bet?
to bet.
Oh,
I do
no.
want to bet. I would say it to your damn face right now.
Oh, no.
Right there.
Let's find out. Okay, yeah, whatever. See, look at that. He left. Little pansy.
Oh, no.
I guess back by unpopular demand, Dylan Seifert is joining us again from, I guess, Jacksonville, Florida. A little feud happening.
Hey, you're a little bitch! Hey!
He comes out.
Guys,
No
who lives
way.
down here in Elkton, Maryland with me?
Oh, no. He's up there, but that's okay. We can go with that. Dude, just to get that little crack, I opened up 4 different ones here.
When you opened them all, at least we got 1 out of 4. You know what? That's still better than
I know,
Kyle
man.
Schwarber's batting average.
I know
Yo,
it's so
Right back.
bad.
I need to grab something.
That's so bad. But hey, guys, we're gonna get into it as soon as before he even gets back. We'll just get right into it.
Right,
Christian,
So,
what do you got? Go ahead, David.
yeah, so I was going to just saying again, gone in 60 seconds. We had the weekend. I'll see something very dumb in the world of sports, and they're going to do something dumb.
No, so we got to wait for Dylan on this one. So I guess we are waiting because Dylan's going to be chugging a soda while we're doing this. So,
Let's go.
Yeah,
Dylan's
he wanted to be part of it.
Dylan is the #1 soda chugging champ on this channel.
I
No
know,
one's
man.
touched him. No one's
know.
touched him.
But hey, while
Nobody's
we're
also
sitting at it,
punted.
I wanted to bring up the College World Series, man. That was bad. Florida, you
Shut
lost
up.
it all,
Vince.
man.
Over by 2
Yeah,
touchdowns.
that was bad. That was really bad. I'm sorry. But LSU, hey, you deserved it. You played your heart out. You didn't let a 24 to 4. You didn't let a 24 to 4 game mess you up going into the next game. So
Shut up.
congrats LSU. Good
All
win.
right,
No,
so-
fuck LSU.
So when y'all are ready to chug, I'll tell you about my amazing sport that I got for you today, and it's a good one. So on your marks, get set, go. Today I bring you back to the beautiful country of Japan. This sport is a tough one and a real pain in the butt sometimes. It will rear its ugly head when you least expect it. This sport requires good intelligence and sharp memory. I won't leave y'all behind with puns because I bring you the sport of Kaijo. Kaijo is a women-only gambling sport that became a fad in Japan. The matches are held on top of floating platforms known as land and swimming pool stadiums. The players try to defeat each other, send them into the water. However, the only catch is the contestants must only use their breasts or buttocks to contact opponents in order to put them into the water. You have top contestants like Nozomi Kaminashi is one of the Olympic athletes that has come out in hopes to win high earnings in the sport. We also have Sayaka Miyata, Kazane Ayoba, Nan Hayaguchi, Hanaba Kawai, Mio Kuzukai,
Oof.
and more who are involved in this sport. It's a very interesting sport to say the least.
Hey,
Nick, did you just freaking lose the chugging to me, bro?
first of all, you had it in a cup. I was drinking out of a tiny hole like this. Second of all,
Come again?
Well, if you want.
this is a seltzer. You did not drink a seltzer. These are impossible to drink.
You're right. I drank iced tea.
Thank you.
It's lemonade.
I want to say the last time that I did the iced tea,
Yeah.
Lemonade.
I was able to drink the 36 ounces in the Gone in 60 Seconds. So let's put that in perspective for you there, buddy. But I want to give kudos. I want to give kudos to David. Man, that was great reading. I don't know what sport this was, but I will say you nailed it when it came to the names, because
I was just about to say the exact same thing. I didn't even catch a word on what this was.
Listen, it's my fake Japanese heritage I have going on. My cultural appropriation of anime.
So what was the sport again?
It's called kaijo, and so
Okay.
basically they use their butts and their breasts to knock people out into the water.
Where do I sign up? Do women play or no?
No, it's just women.
Oh,
But
where do I sign up?
I'm gonna have to be real with you guys. This isn't a real sport. This is just a plot synopsis to an actual anime that's called kaijo.
Oh, how dare you!
It's a sport anime called kaijo, but what I said is true. They do just try to knock each other off the water using their butts and their breasts. I'm not making that part up.
You did not just bring an anime sport
It's
into
tatted
this.
on his leg, bro. You knew it had to come one day.
Show the cat.
That should again.
Again.
All right.
Dang it! If we're all doing this.
Oh no, I'm not bringing mine out. That was
But
a
yeah,
one-time. That was a one-time thing.
It was a shonen anime, and it only lasted for 3 months. So
Out of all the athletes that you mentioned, which one would you say is the best at it? Best.
Probably Nozomi Kaminashi.
Oh, okay. And what sets that girl apart?
Yeah, what makes her better? Does she have like a double D?
No, what sets it apart? She's the main character. So she gets plot armor. So that's what sets her apart.
So is it like armor to cover like?
No, they're just in bathing suits.
So where would you rank Hatsune Miku?
Hatsune Miku, is that you? She's a Vocaloid.
Put it in my head. I don't know if next one.
All right, yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna stop this.
Let's
anime
get back
talk.
to sports.
I'm gonna stop this anime talk right now. I will say I love One Punch Man, but that's as far as it goes for me. But guys,
Not
because
Dragon
you're the
Ball.
same
Not
hairline.
Dragon Ball fan.
let's get into this.
Nick
right
has
now.
the same hairline as Saitama. That's why he likes One Punch.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Let's get into it. We're gonna do our top 10 offensive guards. And what we're thinking for 2023, what it looks like. As always,
Ladies first.
Yes,
Christian.
sir. Ladies first. That's all right. That's why I'm here, boys. That's why I'm here. Starting off the list at number 10 is going to be none other than Elijah Vera Tucker for the Bucks. This is a young upcoming player who's been in the league for about 2-3 years now, but he's been a very solid piece of that offensive line since he was drafted in the first round. The guy has helped kept Brady upright for the past couple of seasons that he was there. It's going to be hard to see now, different quarterback play. If the ball doesn't come out as quick, can he continue to keep up all the ability that he's been doing at the offensive line play? But we'll come to see him, find out. I forget who's quarterbacking over there this year. I think Baker is the QB.
Baker or Trask. We don't know yet.
So, they're going to be a playoff team, obviously, between one of those two quarterbacks leading the way. But yeah, so that's 10 spot. Number 9, I'm going to go Wyatt Teller from the Browns. This is a guy who, I think the Browns have the best guard tandem in the league between Teller and Joel Batone. These are two guys that have played at an all-pro, Pro Bowl level for the past 5-6 years now. This was huge signings when they both came over 3 years ago, I believe it was. But Teller has been a Pro Bowl guard ever since he came over to Cleveland. He was a Pro Bowl guard before he came to Cleveland, and he's continued to do just that, exactly what Cleveland has paid him to do. Number 8, I'm going to go Elgton Jenkins from the Packers.
Oh, you're only picking him because of the name Elgton. Come on.
But it's spelled Elgton. I will say. Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I don't know a whole much about this guy, but I did watch some of his highlights today before coming in and discussing everything. This guy seems to be a very, very good offensive lineman, better in the the run game than he is in the pass game. But at the same time, he's still a very good pass protector as well. That's where the improvement lies at. I believe he's only a second-year guy now, third-year guy, but he still has a lot of room to grow. But even still, he's a very good offensive guard. At the 7th spot, I'm going to go with Shaq Mason from the Texans. This is a guy who hasn't played. He's played very well his entire career. I know when he was 2 years ago, when he was in New England, He was one of the big names coming out for free agency, and this was a huge signing by the Texans, and I think it's going to continue to pay dividends for them, especially now as they're trying to rebuild this team. I mean, you have Tunsil out there on the outside, and now you have Shaq Mason as well there. I mean, that should pair very well for C.J. Stroud. Number 6, I'm going to go with Kevin Zeitler from the Ravens. I believe this is a former Titan, longtime Titan, transferred, switched to the Ravens, though. Zeitler's just been, I mean, he's 33 years old. The age is the biggest factor on that end, for sure. But, I mean, multiple Pro Bowlers year after year. I mean, the guy's just a stud. He knows what he's doing. At the end of the day, you know, you have to be a good lineman for the Ravens because they have the best running back in the world, you know, in Lamar Jackson. So you got to figure it out for them. But I have him sitting at the 6th spot. At the 5 spot, I'm going to roll with Joe Thuney from the Chiefs. I mean, this is a guy who can do basically everything that you ask of him. He can pull as a guard. He can pass block. He can run block. He does everything. He gets in the trenches. This was also another big pickup for the Chiefs from New England again. And I mean, he's paid huge dividends for Patty Mahomes in that run game. I would argue that they have one of the better run games with rotational running backs because they never have like a set guy in there. And I think he definitely plays a lot of part to that.
Yeah, for anyone that's going to do our fantasy leagues, just to help you out, don't draft Chiefs running backs. Just to throw that out there.
Draft kicker 1st round.
Yes.
Justin Tucker, we're up 1st overall.
Cody Parkey.
Fun fact real quick before I go on to the 4th spot. Baker Mayfield was picked number 1 in my draft overall last year. At the 4th spot, I have Joel Batone from the Browns as well. I mean, this is a guy who I want to say for the past 4 or 5 years now has been a Pro Bowler every single year. One of the highest pass block grades for a guard for consecutive years. He had a little bit of a down year this past year, but I think one way or another he's going to come back and he's going to continue to be the player that we've always known him to be since before Cleveland and during Cleveland. Number 3, I'm going to go with Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons. I mean, dude, this guy's only been in the league 3 years now, and he's a fucking freaking stud. I mean, all the time, dude. This. Sorry, I tried.
Good job.
It's too late, man. It's too late.
But dude, look, he's a freaking stud. I mean, it's not going to pay much for the Falcons to have that one good lineman because there's not going to be much of, in my opinion, anything over there in Atlanta.
Would you stop flaunting your hairline?
It's not my fault. You can't grow hair.
I know it's not your
just
fault.
on his butt.
Yeah, fact. But one way or another, man, I mean, this guy, he's a top 3 player at his position, obviously, is why I have him at number 3. He can do it all. Run, pass, everything. You know, he's a very, very good player, and he's a young player as well, and that also pays, you know, out huge. Number 2 spot, and as I've come to seem to realize with this list, a lot of my 1 and 2s, in my opinion, I won't argue. And so I won't argue this at all with anyone at number 2. I have Quentin Nelson for the Colts. This guy's just a freaking tank, bro. He can do whatever you need him to do in the run game, do whatever you need him to do in the pass game. Now, I know last year was a down year for him. I'm very well aware of that. I want to say he only ranked 9th in total linemen for the guard position.
Well, does it count? He was injured.
Right, and that's what I'm saying as well. Down year from the injuries and, you know, performance of play, but at the same time, we know this guy since he's been drafted 4 years ago, dude. That he's a top 5 lineman every year. And one of the most dominant offensive guards. Guard, not lineman, guard. Even still as a lineman, though, he's a very, very dominant lineman when you go across all positions.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give him top 5 in lineman,
including Doggy.
I wouldn't give him top 5 in lineman either. And you're right. I misworded that. But, but yeah, I have him sitting at the 2 spot. And at the number 1 spot, I'm gonna go with Zach Martin from the Cowboys.
Oh, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh.
You did not.
Dude, look, man. I hate to do it. You know what I mean? Look, I bleed green just like every one of you guys. But
can you imagine your best player on your team being a guard?
Being Dylan Sprouse?
Yeah, Dylan Sprouse. Nah, but yeah, no. Look, dude, I didn't want to put him at the 1 spot either, right? You know what I mean? But they don't have any quarterback. They don't have any good defensive play. You know what I mean? I mean, the best cornerback is good for 1,000 yards on the season. So we might as well give it to at least the lineman, right? So
Micah Parsons is pretty good.
Micah Parsons is ass.
That's a hot take for
that has to be wrong. I think he just.
I know it was a horrible take. It was a horrible take. Reddick's better.
If he torches us because of you, I'm going to be pissed.
Reddick's better. But so yeah, Zach Martin sitting at the 1 spot for me. And I mean, yeah, JJ. Again, I mean, his production last year, it fell off very, very hard, actually. I believe he was only ranked the 8th best offensive guard after multiple years of being the top 2 or 3 ranked guard. But again, injuries derailed his season a little bit last year. And on top of that, I mean, I just think he's going to come back with good play this year. He's going to continue to show why he's been a big centerpiece for this Dallas Cowboys offense, especially on the line. I mean, I don't know. And just in my opinion, guys, I feel like it's not much of an argument. I get it. Last year was a little bit of a down season, but that's the one down season we've seen through his entirety of his career. Nick, shut up, bro. You're gay.
Yeah. Hey, he only has 2 more days to do that. Okay.
I know.
All right, so at the 10 spots, I'll have Elgin Jenkins from the Packers. In December, the Packers extended him for 4 years, $68 million, which is deserved, but arguably risky. He had some injuries issues in the last 2 years, but he still is amazing at the position and a great asset. He was a 2nd rounder in 2019, and he has played a snap at every single offensive line position for that offense. Which is amazing to have that. But I think to help him solidify as a top guard, they're going to need to keep him at that guard spot. Now, obviously, a lot of that is depending on whether or not other people in their line are hurt or not. But especially for a team that has, I guess Love is the quarterback there now. They need to be able to help solidify him and protect him because, you don't have Aaron Rodgers there anymore.
Yeah.
At number 9, I have Shaq Mason from the Bucks, one of the most underrated and underappreciated guards in the NFL. He has 0 Pro Bowls in 8 seasons, but I think that's an atrocity. Patriots.
Wait a minute. I thought Shaq Mason played for the Texans. No.
No, I think he plays for the Buccaneers.
You sure?
Oh,
Siri?
Shaq Mason, Houston Texans. I have it right here. It's on Pro Football Focus.
One moment.
hold on. Give Siri a moment, dude.
Siri, I mean, Siri says he plays for the New England Patriots, so I'm not going to trust that.
Mason was traded to the Texans this offseason and will provide an immediate upgrade to their interior offensive line.
Well, that's interesting. Moving forward, man, that's a lot of the stuff I said has. Well, that's great.
I think we can't trust anybody in this list.
Does that change your pick?
But no, I don't think it changed my pick. But that's good. That's good news for Stroud out there. So he has Tunsil and Mason. That's not bad. I'm trying to go on the fly right now because my whole thing was around how he was a good guard tandem last year.
Well, now he's going to be a good line tandem.
At my hot take at number 8, me, for some reason, I'm usually one that's statistically sound. However, I feel like I'm the most biased on this channel because at number 8, I have Landon Dickerson.
What?
Bro. Oh, no.
Though drafted from Bama, I got to see him play in person. He went to FSU to start out. He had a knee injury, left, and then he's like, you know what? FSU football sucks. I don't blame him there. He went to Alabama, never looked back. He's one of the top passing guards last year after his second season. He allowed 12 less pressures on 179 more passing snaps last season. He was named to a Pro Bowl starter this past year for the best offensive line in football. People may think this is too high, but I think it's deserved after looking at his work the past 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean, he also made it to the Pro Bowl. I hate to say it, but he made it to the Pro Bowl because how many people decided not to go?
Shut up, Christian.
I thought he was like voted a starter. I think he was voted a starter.
Come on, man.
What does that mean,
dude?
It means he didn't play in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he was in the Super Bowl. So he didn't play in the Pro Bowl.
No lineman played in the Pro Bowl because it was flag football.
At number 7, we have Michael Onwenu. If it weren't for inconsistencies and injuries, I would have him higher on my list. Granted, he has a lot of coaching staff changes as his tenure with the Patriots team, who is a hollow shell of itself after the departure from Brady a couple seasons ago. He has been probably the most consistent player on that offensive line. He had only allowed 1 sack and 14 pressures last year. He got drafted in the 6th round in 2020, but has been a gem for the Patriots.
I will say he was my honorable mention, but I don't know enough about the guy for me to sit here and throw him into my top.
Screw you for getting these honorable mentions out here now, man. Everyone's
You're
doing
welcome.
honorable mentions.
You're welcome. Honorable mention. You know what? We need to make sure everybody knows we know what we're talking about. At number 6, we have Wyatt Teller, no relation to Miles, the first of 2 Browns on this list. He has been an amazing run blocking guard since coming from Buffalo in 2019. He is one of the main reasons for the run production of Nick Chubb. Teller is elite in the run game, by the way. He can pull and release nice downfield blocks. He is arguably the best pulling guard in the league. Now, they do have Bill Callahan, who is one of the best line coaches in the league. And the success of that line this past couple of seasons has shown that. Teller went from a 5th-round pick, traded teams, and then became a second-team All-Pro. So, I mean, obviously that shows real truth of how Bill Callahan's doing out there. Next, we have Joe. Yeah, no, as I said, one of the best.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, at number 5, we have Joe Thuney from the Chiefs. He has one of the best and most consistent guards, even since his time with New England. He is probably the second best passing guard overall in the entire league. He was arguably the centerpiece for that Chiefs O-line that made a tremendous jumps to protect Mahomes on that Super Bowl winning team. They, with a little help from some bad turf, protected Mahomes against the Eagles' defensive line.
They were blessed. The words of Brandon Graham.
At number 4, we have Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons. The 14th overall pick in the 2019 draft is arguably the main reason the Falcons took a giant leap last year in their protection game. He took a giant leap last year and got named for his first Pro Bowl and All-Pro second team last year for a terrible rebuilding Falcon team. He's a key young piece that they need, and this is a contract year. So they got to make sure that they re-sign him once that contract ends. Yeah. At number 3, I have Joel Bitonio from the Browns as well. Dude has been a first or second All-Pro in the 5 straight years. Everyone thought they would be exposed once Joe Thomas left, but this isn't the case. He is part of the best guard duo in the league and probably a top 5 offensive line in the league, and he is their most talented lineman. He is really the captain of that line, being able to mentor and communicate assignments for his brothers in the trenches. Brown's starting center went down with an injury, and Bitonio was a great help for the backups who both played well when they started next to Bitonio. At number 2, I have Quentin Nelson. He has been a stud since he joined the league back in 2018. Since joining the league, he's a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 1-time second-team All-Pro, and 5-time Pro Bowler. He started the season a little shaky last year. He got hurt, but in the second half, he really started to get back into the swing of things. Now, the Colts offensive line was arguably one of the better offensive lines of football, but the past couple years, they have been one of the worst. They've been absolutely atrocious, and Quentin Nelson really is the only good player on the offensive line.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
At
Don't
number
say
1,
it. Don't say
we have Zach Martin from the Tipton Hotel. Dude is a Hall of Fame lock. He is probably the best guard in the last 20 years as well. He's just well-balanced, protecting his QBs in the pass and dominating, showing his elite athleticism in the run game.
I mean, hold on. Evan Mathis and Brandon Brooks were 2 studs when they were playing. Just so
I would still argue that Zach Martin was better in the past 20 years.
And I'm an Eagles fan, so I'd argue that he wasn't.
No, he was.
He is older and has shown no sign of stopping, being anchored as the Cowboys' offensive line that has been rebuilding around him. Now he has a great supporting cast with players like Tyron Smith, but he's the most reliable lineman on probably the second best offensive line in football. I have honorable mentions.
Of course
Elijah
you do.
Tucker from the Jets, Trey Smith from the Chiefs, Brandon Scherf from the Jags, and Isaac Samalu from the Steelers, who I blame for the Super Bowl loss more than anyone.
So this is what I'm going to do because, David, your list is almost exactly like mine. So
hold on real quick.
I'm going to go super fast.
Okay, that's fine. But I want to say something real quick, dude. You're an absolute freaking bandwagon casual if you don't have Zach Martin at your 1 spot.
So let me go super quick right here. At number 10, I got Wyatt Teller from Cleveland Browns. I think he is an absolute stud. I think he's good over there. I think he's helped that offense. And I mean, I can't wait to see him have a full year with wow, I'm blanking now, guys. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Not a problem for me.
But what he did with Brissett last year was great. But I can't wait to see what he can do this year. Number 9, I got Kevin Zeitler with the Ravens. 33-year-old kind of sucks, but at the same time, he's the final year of his contract. He needs to do something in order to get a contract coming up this year. Not to mention, he's still one of the greatest to play in Baltimore. Let me put that in Baltimore. And number 8, homer pick. Give me Landon Dickerson.
Let's go.
I don't think this guy gets enough credit for what he does in the game. It's not fair. Yes, he gets outshadowed by Kelsey and Johnson and Mayalata, but the dude does his job.
Mayalata.
Yeah.
Mayalata.
You like
Mayalata. Hey,
You like
sorry.
pina colada?
It's sorry.
Yeah,
It is just the way I
He's
talk.
a minute and 20 seconds.
I apologize. Okay. And at number 7, I got Elgton Jenkins at the Packers. Again, I think with him being into a contract year, I don't know. I would like to put him higher on the list, but with him having Love, I don't know if it's going to happen. I think he's going to hold the ball a little more compared to what Rodgers would do. But it's a contract year, so I think he might do something. And number 6, I got Michael Onwenu from the Patriots. The dude's an absolute stud, 6th-round draft pick from Michigan. Of course, Michigan, 6th-round draft pick, just like Tom Brady. Dude's beast, and he's with the Patriots. Belichick knows what he's doing. Number 5, I got Joe Thuney, Kansas City Chiefs. Dude's an absolute beast. I hate to say it. It sucks, but he knows what he's doing over there.
You have 30 seconds, bro, quicker.
He's good. At number 4, I got Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons. It sucks that he is on the Falcons. I feel bad for him. Any other team, he'd probably be on the top 3. But unfortunately, he has to deal with Ritter. At number 3, I got Joel Bitonio from the Browns. They have a very good guard duo over there, and I can't wait to see what they have to do. I think it's really going to help Deshaun Watson. There's his name. It's really going to help him. At number 2, I got Quentin Nelson. I think he is an absolute stud. I hate to say it.
Let the record show that he did not make it within the time limit.
I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. But again, number 2, Quentin Nelson. I tried, but I couldn't do it. It's really hard to argue this. He was injured. He came back. He looked great. Dude's going to be an absolute stud over there. I just don't know if he has a quarterback that's going to help him. I don't know. AR-15 could prove himself to be that guy, but I don't know.
No, he won't. Shut up.
At number 1, Zach Martin. I mean, you can't argue it. The guy has always been on top of the spot. Probably will go down as one of the greatest to ever be a guard. Unfortunately, he's a Cowboy. But I will say, fortunately for us, he's been their best player for all of the time we've been watching them for most part. So I mean that I'll take it. I'll take that. But he's a stud. I can't stop it. I can't debate it. It is what it is. Whatever. Fuck you, Cowboys. Dylan.
I would want to mention here, I think at some point maybe we should just like make a freaking t-shirt that also says you can't argue it, because you and Christian say it all the time when we're debating stuff is you can't argue it. It's a debate. It's the whole thing. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah, but dude, at the end of the day, some things you just can't freaking argue.
You can't
argue.
That's
everything. Apparently everything you can't argue that.
You can't.
I mean, dude, I literally stated that I've seen a common theme that apparently my top 2 at every position so far, in my opinion, can't be freaking argued. So
it's true. Doggy in reverse.
Yeah.
So true.
I'm more of a 6'9" guy, but whatever.
I like a nice Abe Lincoln.
Oh,
dude, you like Charizards?
I will say Dylan is that rusty trombone guy. He does himself. And Christian absolutely loves being snowplowed. But that's nonetheless, hey, Dylan.
So is Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
I actually do my favorite.
Poor guy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Dylan, you want to go with your top 10?
Yeah, Dylan, what's your top 10?
That was cold,
sorry.
Oh, that was rough.
Really hit the bullseye on that one.
So, for my top 10 guards, at my 10, I've got Landon Dickerson.
Yes, go.
Okay.
So
this one's for you.
I thought last year he could have been argued as top 3, but he's young. I have him at the 10 spot because he needs time to develop.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at his stats, he had the 9th best mark in the NFL for a passing block grade. So just seeing that, like he's 9th on the season, I wouldn't necessarily put him at 9th on this list just because of that reason. I feel like once he's in the league a little bit longer, I feel like he's going to progress to be maybe like a top 5 guard.
You
I
gotta
can see
think.
that.
You gotta think of who he's surrounded by, man. I
Yeah.
mean, come on now.
But no, like you say that, but whenever you're looking at the different positions, tackles do the job different than a guard would. And a stat that I looked at with Dickerson, over 1,000 snaps, 1,094 snaps with only 1 sack allowed.
Yeah.
Which for a second-year player, that's ridiculous to look at. So that's why I have him at 10. Also, having 12 fewer pressures than his rookie year, I think that's a pretty good improvement, and that's why I have him in my top 10. Now, going at number 9, I have Saimalo. I have him at my 9, and I feel like his accolades and his statistics. Listen, he's done too much to be taken out of that top 10. He did so much on that Eagles team. Yes, the Super Bowl, he may not have had the best game, but with the field conditions that were there, it's hard to have a great game. On defensive line or offensive line, all it takes is 1 foot to slip, and then you lose that battle. So going on to my number 8, I have Trey Smith. So Trey Smith was an instant starter coming from the 2021 draft from Tennessee. He's had 2 solid seasons these past 2 seasons, and he had a great season last year protecting Mahomes, which of course it's Mahomes. Even if you don't protect him, he'll probably find some crazy way to get out of it, but still does not take away from the type of season that he had last year and the year before that. Moving on to my 7th position, I have Elijah Vera Tucker. I feel like he's one of the best guards, maybe not like top 5 as I have, but he's middle of the pack whenever it comes to the best. Injuries are a big reason why he's probably in the lower levels, but I feel like if he can stay healthy, he could probably climb up on this list. And then moving on, like many of you guys, I have Shaq Mason. Shaq Mason, as you guys said, I feel like he's an underrated player. He does a lot for the teams that he's been on. Like David said, I feel like having him as your guard, if I'm CJ Stroud, I'm pretty happy, especially since CJ Stroud doesn't like to run the ball. So he's probably going to be trying to stay in the pocket. Having that guy as your guard, I'd feel a lot safer in my rookie season, trying to make a name for myself, try and prove why I got picked in the first round. So moving on, I've got Elgton Jenkins at my 5.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's really high.
Yeah.
That's really high.
Well, like I said, he started at both tackle spots, left guard and center. They moved him around on the line. And
Yeah.
I move my hands, David.
You're not Italian. You can't move your hands.
Italiano.
We're German. We move our hands in different directions.
Elgton Jenkins, he's one spicy meatball. I feel like if you can move him on the line and he's productive with it, then I feel like he could be argued as one of the best guards. If he was placed at one position, I feel like he would have
Suffered.
Nah, he wouldn't have suffered. I feel like he would have taken off at that one position and probably would have been.
So you're saying he's athletic? He's athletic at his position.
He's athletic at his position,
which
is nice. Yeah, especially with Jordan Love. Arguably, Jordan Love is a more mobile quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could have been mobile if he wanted to, but Jordan Love is more of a mobile quarterback than Rodgers. Shut up.
Oh,
At
we
number-
will come on here.
Oh,
At number 4, I got Chris Lindstrom from Atlanta. Young guy,
I
but
like
he's
that.
made a significant impact for that protection.
Genshin
You would
Impact.
think that he went to USC with how good of a protector he is, but he didn't. He had a league best
Please tell me everyone else got that. I'm not the only one that got
in
that.
2022.
I think you
So,
might have been. I don't know if real know. It
yeah,
went over my
The
head.
True.
Trojans, bro.
Right? So he impressed these past 2 years with the Falcons. Yes, the team may be a lackluster team right now, but they got more weapons. You put him in front of Bijan Robinson. I'm telling you, the Falcons, they may not be the number 1 team, but they're going to start making more of an impact in the league, having him as your front runner with
In 2
Bijan.
years.
Right,
And,
yeah, because,
and if they get a quarterback.
I'm gonna say, yeah, because I'm very high on fucking Desmond Ritter. Like, yeah, he's gonna all pro. Freaking Desmond Ritter, all pro.
Yeah, having those 2 in the back.
Dang it, man.
I think if they would have kept Marcus Mariota, I think they would have been NFC Championship bound. No, I'm just kidding. Mariota's a washed up player now. He's going to be a career backup. And
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Come on.
All right, so my number 3, I have Joel Bitonio with the Cleveland Browns. Yep, he's gotten better as the season's gone. He's a little bit older whenever it comes to offensive lineman age. He's 32.
How old? Oof.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah,
It's up there.
I still
You're
have
almost there,
time.
Nick. You're almost
I
there.
still have time. Okay, good.
Nick's old as
But
shit.
yeah, I have him at my 3. Number 2, like you guys, Quentin Nelson with the
It can't be
Indianapolis.
argued.
It can't be
Can't be
argued.
argued. You look back, the one thing, as David mentioned earlier, the one thing the coach said we needed to help Andrew Luck was an offensive line.
Yeah, and they got him a year too late.
And Andrew Luck, career-ending injury. He didn't have love for the game anymore. But
Is that what
Yeah.
you would call a career-ending injury? Is the not having the heart to play?
No,
No, that injury wasn't so he was not supposed to be able to come back from that.
Yeah.
and he did, and he lost love for the game with everything happening. But I think Quentin Nelson, if Andrew Luck would have stayed, I think the Colts may have been AFC front runners.
I
If you-
really don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
Luck's a
Yeah,
baller.
yeah.
I'm not
They
disagreeing.
went to an AFC championship, I think, like the year before he.
And then
Yeah.
you added in Michael Pittman with
Mid.
if you have him with Andrew Luck, you would have.
All right, let him get to the point. Jeez, dude.
Yeah,
Come on,
you would have
man.
had him
Yeah,
with-
your
He's
sex game is
already
mid,
he's
Christian.
already a slow
Look
talker.
at you guys. Now you're freaking talking while he's trying to get to the point.
So with Jonathan Taylor, you have that backfield right there. I think the Colts may have been front runners in the AFC. Moving on to my number 1.
Don't
Can't be
say it.
argued.
Can't be argued. That's right. I have my boy from the blind side. Nah, I'm just
Michael
kidding.
Orr, let's go.
Michael
That's a
Orr,
tackle, but
get that boat moving. No, I'm just kidding. Zach Martin
Yeah.
from the SS
team?
Tipton.
Yeah.
From the SS Tipton. The Dallas Cowboys. As much as I hate to have a Cowboy at my number 1, it can't be argued. It cannot be argued. Zach Martin,
can't be.
a generational talent.
Yep.
The best at his position in the league for the longest time. Hated seeing him as an Eagles fan. Hated seeing him contain our defensive linemen. But yeah, that's my top 10.
I like it. Right now, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out, David, what is that behind you? Great. I know it's
the mic?
Walmart brand, but what is
They're
that?
miracle cleansing erasers. It's for house cleaning.
Oh, okay. I see you cleaning.
I do clean. I do
Cleaning
clean
the
the
house.
Nick.
Oh, what? Oh,
Why?
oh, I love it. Oh, hey guys, before we get anywhere, I want to bring this up. It just happened literally probably a couple hours ago. James Harden opted into his $35.6 million contract today with the Sixers, and doesn't want to play with the Sixers, it is all to be traded to another team. Now, the way that I look at it, it is a trade bait to go to another team. And I am starting to really think Lillard's coming.
Lillard?
Look,
Yeah.
I'm really
I don't
starting
know.
to think. And
I
it
don't
might not
know
be a one. It might be a 3-team trade coming
Zion.
in.
Give me Zion.
I think it's going to happen. I think
Look,
something big's going to happen this weekend.
I'm not going to sit here and say that it's Lillard we're bringing in, because I believe I saw earlier the two teams we're in the biggest talks with are the Knicks and
Miami.
Yeah, the Knicks and Miami are the two teams that we're in the biggest talks with. However,
For now.
I don't see us sending Harden off to Miami. That's not a good look. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wouldn't be pissed if we sent him off to the Knicks in exchange for a decent player. I don't want RJ. I know RJ is the guy that they're shopping the hardest over there.
Brunson?
Bro, Brunson's a stud.
Julius Randle.
Brunson's
man. I don't know.
No, but look, one way or another, yeah. Like Harden, yeah, he signed the contract and he's going to be out of there. That's the whole point. And I feel like we have been saying this for a while. Like if the Sixers want to do something big, they need to sign and trade Harden, and they've done the first step to that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. You got to find a team willing to bite that contract now and deciding that.
Phoenix Suns.
I say the big argument with
Who you get from them though?
I say the big
Can we trade him for
argument-
McCall Bridges?
the big argument with Damian Lillard, with the Knicks and the Celtics. Who would you trade to Portland that they would want in exchange for Damian Lillard? The Celtics aren't going to trade away Jason Tatum because one, he's a young guy, right? And the best player on the team.
Yeah.
They could trade away Jaylen Brown, but they have their quote unquote
Celtics aren't
big
even in
three.
talk with them.
They say that he's one of the big front
Celtics,
runners.
not with the Celtics. No.
Lillard came out and said,
I mean,
though,
the
Miami.
Celtics don't care about coming out and trading Brogdon. They tried to trade Brogdon before, and the deal
they
fell
did.
through.
Yeah.
Right. So, but like even with Miami, who are you going to trade? Kyle Lowry
They said Hero and Robinson.
Yeah.
and Lowry. Listen, all I know is that I feel like those two teams, with that, like with the comparison between Lillard and those two players, you're getting rid of a big player who can do it all, drive, shoot. He's clutch for two shooters, which Portland needs more of a playmaker and more of a veteran with the younger guys.
Scoot.
But do you think?
I feel like here's my thing though. What team that's not a one player away from contending team would trade for Harden? Because I feel like
do you think that we try to package him with Tobias?
Yeah,
I think you do. I think it's a 3-way trade, man.
But look,
I think
here's
it's a
my
three-way
thing to
trade.
that though, dude. Is now you're forcing onto a team damn near $70 million on two players.
No, it's a 3-way trade, so they wouldn't go to the same team. They'd go to two separate teams.
and I would say one thing that I would say is it would be worth it. We get Damian Lillard. We'd throw in a crumble cookie with
Tobias.
They come in a box.
Yeah, not in the bag.
Not in the bag.
Oh no, man. I'm telling you, something big is gonna happen there. I mean, you don't sign that contract because they didn't really want to, but I think they have something going on right now. I think
Well,
there's
it's a
trade
player
happening.
contract. So probably what happened is he realizes he probably won't get as much money going somewhere else. So he probably wanted to opt in and get that 34.7 million and then get traded.
I thought it was 35.6.
Maybe it was.
I thought it was 35.6 as well.
Whenever we traded for Harden, yes, you have a big name guy, but the thing that you don't realize is Harden, after he left Houston, even in Brooklyn, went from a big scorer, one of the best scorers in the league, to a facilitator, which is nice. But whenever you sign a big name like that, you want him to produce.
Yeah, but I feel like at the same time though, at that point in time when the Sixers made that trade for Harden with Simmons, they kind of knew what they were getting.
So now we're getting into the past, guys. Let's stop. Let's just stop it. Something big's gonna happen. That was the whole point of why I wanted to bring it up. But
And
Fuck Ben
something
Simmons.
big happened last night, I think, with the
that's exactly
undeserved
right.
person in the world.
27 up, 27 down. David, you tell me what happened.
Yeah, so Domingo Germán pitched the 24th perfect game in MLB history. This is actually the first one since 2012. And, that's kind of crazy. The last one to throw was Felix Hernandez, the king. It's just crazy because 2012, there was 3 perfect games that year.
Yeah.
And we hadn't had one in over a decade. Before that, before 2012, who was the last one?
Roy Halladay.
Halladay, 2000. Yeah,
Roy Halladay.
2010.
The oldest to ever throw a perfect game.
There was actually 2 of them that year as well. You know what team held the other one?
In 2010 or 2012?
2010.
Was it?
The Athletics.
Oh, yeah.
Karma.
Yeah, Coco Chris.
I mean, that's what I was going to say, too. Like, let's be real. He got the no-hitter a perfect game against the Athletics, who are historically one of the worst teams in baseball history. However, it's still a perfect game.
A perfect game is a perfect game. I mean, I get what you're saying, dude. I mean, you got to think, if there's any team to do it against, it's 100% the Athletics, 100% against the A's.
Ever since they lost Chris Pratt, I think that they've been going downhill ever since.
So I wanna throw this out here for you guys, right? So this is the 24th perfect game in all of MLB, right? Which is crazy because we've had a few just in our lifetime, which is unreal. But I want to throw this in perspective. A perfect game happens on average, this is the average, 34 seasons of baseball. So we're already seeing way more than there has ever been in most people's lifetime.
And arguably, I feel like other than the juice balls, I feel like you see a lot more nowadays too, or get closer nowadays because of the high strikeout rate now. It's either you hit a home run or you strike out. Dylan's laughing. I don't know why he's laughing.
Yeah, all or nothing. But no, I mean, that's crazy to think about. I'm like, because I saw, I'm like, wow, every 34 seasons it averages one every 34. I'm like,
we got to think about how long baseball has been around too.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that like velocity has increased over the years. And also, one thing I'll say, you got to give it to this guy,
Jermaine.
Yeah, with the pitch clock that was implemented this year, you don't get as much time to like recuperate, think things over.
But
you're having to go
hold on now. But does that help them because you don't have time to think things through? Because you gotta think, what's happening in the back of your mind.
It's cost these guys to rush up their normal routine. They've had to learn on the spot of what they need to do.
With that, he could have just as easily like balked and ruined his perfect game.
I agree, but I leave it to the umpire not to cause something stupid like that. Kind of like the one that we would have saw, the no-hitter we would have saw, but the ref called him safe when he was clearly out.
Umpire.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was a perfect game, the Detroit game.
Yeah.
I literally just saw it on my Instagram reels like 2 days ago.
But I will say, shout out to Jermaine. He's the first Dominican Republic player to ever throw a perfect hitter. That's huge.
German?
That's huge for his country. I mean, that's a huge accolade for him. So shout out. Christian, you want to add anything to that, or we pretty much cover that for you?
Yeah, I was just surprised he's not German.
He's German.
He was really good with Meta World Peace and the Pacers. I'll say that.
I liked him. Darn it, I didn't know what I was going to say.
That's okay. That's okay, David. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So I want to get into this before later on, David, you have something fun for us.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, what's our Goldies locks? And what are you doing? Which day are you doing these Goldies locks?
So I decided to go with Saturday because I'm hoping if our editor, who will not be named, can get on top of his shit.
Baltimore?
No, I'm just kidding. Nick, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you, bro.
Dylan.
But nah. So for this week, boys, we're gonna go with a 4-leg parlay. It's gonna start with the Phillies on the money line at home against the Nationals.
Hold on. I thought you said I don't bet on Philly sports. Am I the only one that remembers that whole
I
conversation?
would
This
never
is
bet
2
on a Philly
weeks.
sport.
This is 2 weeks in a row that he's bet on Phillies, but that's fine. I
And
mean,
listen-
It's
they
June.
lost last week.
It's June.
Listen. Here's kind of where I stand with this. Is you're right. I really don't. I tend not to bet on the Phillies. I really
Well,
don't.
you lost last week because of the Phillies.
I know. I'm well aware, and that's exactly the reason why I don't bet on the Phillies. However, Phillies are hot right now, and these are games that they need to win in order to continue their push for the playoff spot. And on top of that, they're at home against one of the worst teams in baseball and the worst team in the division with the Nationals. So for me, I feel like, and being a Philly fan, it might be biased, but it's a must. It's almost a must-win game for them, and I feel confident with that. You know what I mean? I don't know. I saw who was on the mound. I forget his name. He's 1-1 record for us though. He's only pitched only started 2 outings, but one way or another, I think the Bats will be able to get it done at home against the Nationals. Nationals are, by the way, undecided on the pitcher in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Next game for the 4-legger, I'm going to go with the Reds as well on the money line at home against the Padres. I think the Reds stay hot. I think this is a good game. I get it. The Padres are trying to fight back into a playoff spot, but it's just not their year. This isn't the same team it was a year ago. I think the Reds are going to lock this one up at home as well. I think it's going to play a huge factor to them. They're going to continue to stay hot. Next one, I'm going to take the Reds on the money, or I'm sorry, not the Reds, the Blue Jays on the money line at
Take the
home
Reds
again.
twice.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Take the Blue Jays on the money line at home against the Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox, they've kind of been on a little bit of a hot streak, hit and miss here and there, but I mean, the Blue Jays, in my opinion, I think they're a very, very good baseball team. Just, I believe, a week or two ago, I had them, sitting at the 7th spot in my power rankings. I like the Blue Jays. I like them. They're fucking, you know what I mean? They kind of cool or whatever. So, yeah, so I had them sitting at the 3rd leg on the lock. And the last leg on the lock, I always try to find my plus money. And I found my plus money. A little shimmy. My plus money. Do one of you two?
This is stupid. No.
One of you two like to guess who it is on the money line for me that's plus money?
The Rays.
No way, the Rays are plus. I'm
No,
gonna go with
Rays
the
are-
Rangers. I'm gonna go with the Rangers.
Wait a minute. No, you can't look at my phone. You got okay. So you said Rays and Rangers. That's what we got here. No, on the money line at the Angels, I'm gonna take the Diamondbacks, boys. I love the Diamondbacks. I love Carol Corbin. Really is what
Oh
I'm trying
my
to get at.
God.
I should have figured.
So,
I should-
I'm gonna go with the Diamondbacks on the money line at the Angels, the away team getting the plus money here. I like it. Lock it in. Carol Corbin with a home run that game, just so you know.
Oh wow. Okay.
Love it. So that's going to get us into your next bet, Christian, because it's your week, your bet of the week. And I would love to see you lose this because just so everyone knows, if you guys want to put a good punishment out there for anyone that doesn't win their bet, I would love to hear some comments on what you guys think our punishment should be. But Christian, what is your bet of the week?
No, I gotta triple check really quickly just to confirm that this is how it's gonna
Because you don't want to lose, right?
No. I look, dude, the bet I'm about to give you guys, I really like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really like. I just want to entirely make sure.
really like you.
Yeah, this weekend from now until Monday,
Okay.
there will be 7 sweeps in the MLB. 7 teams will go undefeated against who they're playing right now.
Okay.
7 sweeps.
Keep in mind that means half the series are gonna be swept.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
See, unlike
That
you
is
mofos, I like to
risky.
take hands. I like to throw out a hot take, and that's the
I
hot
think
Well, we
me
have a
saying-
hot take.
I think
we
me
have
saying
hot takes.
Yeah, I think me saying Zion's not gonna be a Pelican was a pretty hot take.
That
so.
was pretty. That was pretty hot. But
Pretty
come on, we literally all throw out hot takes. Like it's not.
Nick, you don't even, bro. You're so
Listen,
scared.
The least hot take that's ever been has been yours, Christian. I want to point that out.
No, because guess what? You two confirmed that it was a good take, and David, you were on my side.
I
all
am
the way
on
up
your side. I'm just
Steve,
trying to
I'm
cause
not-
havoc.
I'm not on your side on that one.
The take,
But
just so
that's
you
it.
know, the take was that through the weekend in the MLB, there will be 30 home runs. Now, just so you're aware, I believe Nick said in the one day there was like 60 home runs.
There was
hit.
35.
35 home runs, right? But I confirmed with your brother and with Nick that was a good bet. And you know what they both said to me?
What?
That was a very good bet. That's a good bet.
I did
would
not
put-
say a very good bet. I did
Shut
not
up.
say a very
Shut
good
up.
bet.
Well, you agreed on it.
He actually dropped to his knees crying with how good that.
But let
bet
me tell you, on average, I think I did the numbers. What is it? 20, 29 or 30 home runs
It's
in
like
a day.
there's a team hits 1.25 home runs per game.
Yeah. So he really caught us off guard on that one. And I think he knew what he was doing.
I felt
Oh,
violated.
bro. Nobody did the research, including myself. I should have done the research, but nobody did the research.
I don't know. I felt like you gave us a GHB pill on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Nick, I'm over you.
That boom bop boom bops.
But hey, I'm gonna enjoy this, guys.
Wow.
So guys, I love the bets that Christian put out there. Goldies Locks did himself. David has a huge surprise for us on this one. I can't wait to hear it. What's going on?
Yeah, so we're running out of sports. It's summer, not a lot to talk about. So I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm doing Trivia Thunderdome today. I love trivia. I go every single
Thunderdome.
week.
Is that what we're calling it?
I'm gonna call it the Trivia Thunderdome.
I love it.
The rules are simple. I will ask a question and they will write down their answer and lock it in. They each will have 3 hints allowed. They'll tell me when they want to use that hint, because when they do, the other people must lock in their answer and tell me before I can release that hint. That way you cannot use the person's hint to your advantage.
Okay, so we have to write this down. Like I can't just
I just don't want you to steal each other's answers. But we'll go by the honor code
Let's
here.
write it down. Let's write it down. Everybody has a phone. Let's at least put it in our notes, because I think I agree with David on that. You know what I mean? That way it reduces the amount of cheating.
The honor code.
Okay.
All right. So there's a total of 10 questions, but there's 2 bonus questions I threw in there.
So it's a total of 12 questions.
10 questions, 2 bonus answers.
12 questions.
No.
Yes.
Let's go. Come on.
So number 1, Brett Favre was one of the most electric gunslingers we've ever seen. He had a long tenured career, but let's start from the beginning. Who caught Brett Favre's first completion?
Oh, that's rough.
Remember, there are 3 hints, so if anybody wants to use on the first one, they can. Tell me when you guys are locked in.
I think I got mine locked in.
I got mine locked in.
I got mine locked in.
All right, Nick, who do you have?
I have Dylan Siegberg because I don't know this answer.
Dylan, who do you got?
Dylan, you got.
I get this is a weird one, but I guess Deion Sanders.
That is a very weird one. I went Sterling Sharp.
All right. So interesting enough, Brett Favre's first pass attempt that was caught was tipped by a defensive lineman and caught by Brett Favre.
No!
Oh, you son of a bitch. You would do that. You would do something like that.
I knew that, bro.
All right, we got number 2. Which college football team won the last ever BCS national championship?
Wait, hold on. Repeat that. Oh, okay.
What college football team won the last ever BCS national championship?
Okay, I'm locked in.
Me too.
I'm locked in.
All right, Nick.
Showing my phone. Florida State.
Florida State.
I went OSU.
Can't see. Florida State. I put Florida State.
All right. So the answer is Florida State.
Boom,
Florida State won the last.
Special guest Will Smith here. He's from Bel Air, boys. Here he is, live in the flesh, born and raised.
Hey, can you ask Will if he has a surprise for you?
Hey, do you have He was supposed to have a surprise for me.
Was that old age?
Arms of an angel. I'm really depressed.
What was he supposed to bring me a beer?
He was supposed to ice you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's such a loser for that.
I'm so depressed. I literally had a conversation with him.
My dad's such a loser.
Yeah, but I was at happy hour.
We get Sonic.
It's an ice.
Oh!
Uses magic powers.
That's like when Nick did that to himself on purpose too.
I'm not chugging it.
I'm so
Dude,
not
happy.
But anyway, okay, let's get the question.
So we got
theory.
1-1 to 0.
You got the tallies up, David?
I can get the tallies up.
All right, get the
Speaking of
tallies
tally,
up.
Florida State was the
Yeah,
answer.
1-1-0. Yeah.
Just make sure you don't show that part on your. You cut that out on your
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, we can't have that. All right. Number 3. Mark Mosley is a name you'll probably have never heard of in your life. However, he is a legend amongst kickers because he's the only kicker to ever do what? Again, Mark Mosley is a name you've probably never heard of, but he's a legend amongst kickers because he's the only kicker to have ever done what?
Missed 3 extra points in a game.
I'm ready
Okay.
when y'all are.
I'm locked
I
in.
have-
All right, Dylan, you locked in?
Yep.
All right, Nick, what's your answer?
I think this is wrong, but I'm going with throw a passing touchdown.
He's not the only kicker to ever do that. Stephen Hauschka did it.
Okay,
in the
here we go, Christian.
Oh, okay, Dylan.
You know what?
Dylan, what's
Next
your answer?
question you have.
So it may have been a different guy, but I said tears ACL celebrating a field goal.
No.
All right, so Dylan went with Grammatica.
I went with kick barefoot.
The answer is Mark Mosley's the only NFL kicker to have ever won MVP.
With the Falcons?
No, I'm pretty sure it was with the Redskins. I didn't.
Oh, you're right. It was with the Redskins. You're right.
Yeah, fair.
And it was in the lockout. It was in the lockout year that he won the MVP as well.
I'm
At
faring really well.
Number 4, I'm going to go with the first sports movie question. The songs "I Believe I Can Fly," "Fly Like an Eagle," and "Hit 'Em High" were on the soundtrack of what sports film?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Chris. Sorry, go with Nick.
Yep. I think this is really easy. Space Jam.
Dylan.
Space Jam.
I want Happy Gilmore.
The answer. The answer is
Adam
Space
Sandler
Jam.
Thing, I believe I can fly.
Dang, I'm down.
That was a
to-
dead giveaway. I knew what movie it was as soon as he said.
I
that
gotta
was a
come back
dead
like
giveaway.
big time right now, boys.
All right. Number 5, we're halfway there. What accomplishment do American Pharaoh and Miguel Cabrera have in common in the respective sports?
Wait, who's the other guy? Not
American
Miggy.
American Pharaoh.
Who's that?
You have hints. You have hints.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me get a hint. Let me get a hint. Facts. I'm sorry.
Nick, you locked in?
I'm not locked in because
I'm
I need a
not-
hint.
I'm not locked in, but
on, yeah,
You
don't
can
drop
use
a
your
hint.
hint too, and you'll
Yeah.
get the hint with him.
No, I'm saving mine.
Okay, I'll use mine. We get
hold
3
on,
of
hold
them.
on, hold on.
On question 5, so.
I'm gonna put my phone like this. That way you don't think I'm changing my answer.
Fair enough.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. What accomplishment do American Pharaoh and Miguel Cabrera have in common in their respective sport?
You got golden ticket, Jalen Hurts.
Playing mutt right now.
He is playing mutt, my dad. I'm better at it.
I heard
than him.
John Madden in the background. John Madden.
All right, I have my answer locked in.
All right,
I'm still
Christian.
waiting for my hint.
I will say that both of these people are royalty, and American Pharaoh was just horsing around.
Dang it, my answer's wrong.
My answer is definitely right. I'm guaranteeing that I got this right. Might as well give me 3 points already.
I don't even know, dude.
Your hints again were they are both royalty, and that American Pharaoh was just horsing around.
I'm so mad.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready? Nick, what'd you put down?
I put both stole third base. I'm so
I'll be very
mad.
impressed. Christian, what did you put down?
Both were born in London.
Miguel Cabrera was born in London?
Wow. Okay, that's
All
pretty
right, Dylan
bad.
thinks he has the right answer. Dylan, tell me what you said.
They both won Triple Crowns.
That is correct. They both won triple crowns in their respective
I'm
sports.
so mad. I wish I would have taken the hint.
Dude,
I'm so
I'm not
mad.
anywhere close to winning this.
All right.
You're only 2 behind me.
I just feel like Christian is not going to get this one, but The trio of relief pitchers from the Cincinnati Reds 1990 World Series championship team included Norm Charlton, Randy Myers, and Rob Dibble. What was this group's nickname?
Oh, that's not right. Come on, man. This is like you should know this. You should come on, dude. Your dad's a Reds fan. You want to come
I got
up
a
with
hint?
this question? I want a hint too.
I just don't know how I can hint this.
Oh, you're the one that told
They
us we
were
get
very
hints.
disgusting hombres.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay, locked in.
Locked in.
All right. Done, you locked in?
Yep.
All right. Nick?
The Three Amigos.
I went with the Dirty Sanchez's.
I went with the Dirty Reds.
All you're incorrect. The answer was the Nasty Boys.
How is that supposed to give us what it is? Come on, dude.
They were disgusting. Like, how is this to tell you they're disgusting hombres? They're nasty.
I think that's just an awkward
when you say disgusting hombres, I immediately think Mexican. So that's why I literally thought that. But okay, whatever, man. Whatever.
All right, here's a good one. This one has a bonus points.
Ooh.
What state is the smallest to be the home to 2 NFL teams? And for the bonus point, name the second state as well. So what's the second smallest state with 2 NFL teams that are home to 2 NFL teams?
What was the go one?
And you have to tell me what you're going with the first one and then what you're going with the second one. You can't just put 2 answers down.
So it's the first smallest state and then the second smallest.
Yes, the first one's the first smallest state with that's home to 2 NFL teams, and the second one's the second smallest state to 2 NFL teams. And that's the bonus.
So it has to be 2 NFL teams.
Mm-hmm. 2 NFL teams that play in the same state, and it has to be the smallest, and then the bonus is the second smallest.
I'm locked in.
And then the bonus is what?
The second smallest state that that's home to 2 NFL teams.
I think that, bro, I actually kind of feel confident in my answer, and the only reason I feel confident in my answer is because I feel like this is a trick question.
I feel like it's a quick question too. So the second one, right?
The second one, the bonus question is going to be what's the second smallest state that's home to 2 NFL teams?
But the first one is the first smallest.
Think about that, though.
Think about home to 2 NFL teams.
Do they have to be
2 NFL teams?
Do they have to be current teams?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Current states that are home to 2 NFL teams.
Dude, I feel like I really have this one in the bag, boys. I'm not gonna lie. And if I get both right here, this will really help.
Yeah, you're 0 for right now. I'm hoping that you get this one.
Just like Goldies lock.
I know I have one right.
But you have to make sure it's in the right spot.
That's very why do you gotta do that to me?
David, I like how you said that.
Tell me when y'all are locked in.
I'm locked, bro. I've been locked.
All right, hold on.
Dylan, you still thinking?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it.
All right, start the clock on me, just so that way we can get it over with.
How much time should we give him?
15 seconds.
15.
I'm locked in.
13.
12. 11. 10. 9. 8.
7.
Okay.
All right.
It's definitely wrong, but I know.
All right, so I'll go around and I'm gonna ask for the smallest one with 2 teams that are home to 2 teams. So Nick, What did you put as the smallest one?
Maryland.
All right, Christian, what did you put?
I went with New Jersey.
And Dylan.
New Jersey.
The correct answer is New Jersey.
Dang it!
Home of the Giants and the Jets.
That's some
Buffalo's the only team that plays in New York.
Yep.
And then
okay, come on.
The bonus question.
All right, so I got both
the
these
second
wrong.
Smallest?
Nick, go ahead with yours.
What do you put for the second smallest?
I mean, I put Texas, but now it's Maryland. So
Christian.
I also went Texas.
Dylan.
I forgot about Baltimore and like Washington.
Can I get a point for that? Can I get a point for that?
So the second smallest is Maryland, with Baltimore.
But wait a
and
minute.
Washington
Wait a
being-
minute.
I
Is
thought Maryland was
Washington
smaller
not
than New
considered
Jersey.
District of Columbia?
They play in
But their home stadium is in
It-
Maryland.
they
it's
play
in
in Landover,
Maryland, yeah. Wait, I
playing
thought
Landover,
Maryland.
yeah.
See, I thought Maryland was smaller than New Jersey. I'm mad. I'm
Well, that means
mad.
I'm catching up to Nick.
And I'm pretty sure Ohio is 3.
I'm
Wait,
so
what two
mad.
teams is Ohio?
Cincinnati and
Cincinnati.
Cleveland.
All right.
Okay.
And then, so for number
That's so
8,
stupid of me.
Emilio Estevez starred as Gordon Bombay in this amazing movie. And for bonus points, tell me Emilio Estevez's famous brother.
All right, I need
Hey.
a hint. I
Can
don't
I
know
get a
who
hint
this
from
person
brother?
is.
By Estevez. His last name is not Estevez.
I want to get 2 hints now.
Can I get the hint for the brother?
You want the hint for the brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. So, okay, how are we going to do this? So for the regular one, who wants hint for the regular question? All right, so for the regular, yeah, I know, Dylan. It's a shame. It's a shame they don't know the regular question. All right. This sports movie had 3 movies. The first one was in Minnesota. The second one was the national tournaments.
Okay. Okay. I got it.
I got the answer too.
All right. And so are you guys have you guys locked in the famous brother yet?
No, I haven't locked in the brother.
Yeah, I
hold
got-
on, hold on. I think. Wait.
Christian
he
has
plays in
0
other.
hints
He
now.
plays in other movies. We're talking about.
No, I've
different-
only used 2 hints.
No, because I thought you used a hint for
Yeah, you've used 2 hints. He's used 2 hints. He's only
I
used
you
2
went,
hints.
you got the one for the Reds pitchers, and you also asked for a hints on the horse one.
Yeah.
and then-
Oh yes, you just used your last hint, dude.
So what's the brother?
So the hint for the brother is in another sports movie he was known as Wild Thing.
Oh,
Ah.
Well, now I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Played
who.
for the Cleveland Indians.
you mean the Guardians?
No, I know that. I know that, but my first one might be wrong now. There was 3 of them.
There's
Okay.
there's 3 movies. The first one was started in Minnesota. The second one was
on,
the
Nick.
international tournaments, and then the third one they're at some prep
Cleveland
school.
Indians.
Okay,
The,
I got it. I have
the
both
Ice-
these right.
The
I have both these
Icelanders
right.
were the villain in the
I have
second
both these
movie.
right. Stop it.
All right.
I have both these
So
right.
what is so we'll go with the first question. What
I go first?
is the movie, Nick?
I go
Mighty
first.
Ducks.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
Christian, what movie do you put?
I didn't put a movie. I put a fucking person.
All right. So for the bonus question, Nick, who do you have as the brother?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
And a little fun fact here, if you didn't know, the character Sheen Estevez from Jimmy Neutron is named after Emilio Estevez
Wait, I
and
want to
Charlie
prove.
Sheen.
I want to prove to you guys though. I really did put Charlie Sheen.
All right, give him a point.
I'll give him a point for that. All right, so 9-1 is gonna be more set in reality. What NBA legend has won NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year?
I'm locked in.
Again, if you want to repeat, what NBA legend has won NBA MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year? In
Wait.
separate years, not the same year.
I think my answer's wrong now. But I'm gonna keep with it.
I got it. I'm locked in.
I'm locked
Dylan,
in.
you locked in? All right, Nick, who'd you put down?
Hey, the white man himself, Larry Bird.
Dylan
I put Jason Kidd.
and Christian.
Oh, Michael
no.
Jordan.
Well, the answer is Larry Legend. Larry Bird won a MVP with the Celtics and was Coach of the Year with the Pacers, as well as Executive of the Year with the
Woo!
Pacers as well.
Oh,
Put that
So I think
too.
that just solidified me getting last place there.
Well,
I'm
there's
up by 1.
so Dylan's up by 1. It's 6-5-2. And this final question's our wrestling question. So let's see if you guys are ready. Randy Poffo was a stud baseball player coming out of high school, being signed by the St. Louis Cardinals and played with the Red system as well. An injury hurt his chances of being a baseball pro. He joined a federation and became a legend at the ring sport. Who is Randy Poffo better known as? I'll give you credit for his nickname or his other name.
Oh, dude. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name.
I'm locked.
Oh no. I know.
So you said there's 2 points.
No, there's only 1 point.
Oh my god, dude.
Can I use my last hint?
Yeah,
I'm
Dylan,
locked.
you can.
He's not locked.
Hey,
yet.
if he's using his last hint, I'm using my last hint.
Okay.
I thought he already used 3.
No, I locked in already. I'm done.
I'll give you a hint.
I've only used 2.
This person was shown in a Marvel movie, and he also has a famous Village People song with his name in it. He was in a Marvel movie, and he had a famous Village People song with his name in it.
I mean, dude, I feel like John Cena's in every movie ever.
He's in DC.
Locked in.
That just made me more confused.
Because we were talking about John Cena earlier in the group chat, so it can't be that easy.
I'll go last whenever Nick does it.
No, I'm going last.
This has to be wrong. This has to be wrong.
I know it's right.
Wait a minute.
I know it's right.
Dude, come on, you're on a timer here, man.
No,
Can you just...
okay. No, I'll stick with my answer. It's wrong, but I'll stick with it.
What
Go ahead.
did you put down, Nick?
I put Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. So you think Randy Poffo is Ric Flair? All right, Christian.
I said The Miz.
All right, Dylan.
I just want to say this one thing. I got you for 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes of
playtime.
Oh my God.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Randy Poffo, also known as Macho Man Randy Savage, is the correct answer.
I just watched Spider-Man the other night, too.
Bone saws,
I feel like that's an unfair advantage to Dylan because he's watched Spider-Man through and 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 through.
Right, but it was actually the
YMCA.
YMCA.
Yeah, I know that, but as a person that's watched Spider-Man through and through and through and through and through, you know
It
that.
was the YMCA hit that got it.
Dylan got it from the YMCA question.
Macho Man.
That's some bull. I will say, Christian, let's go. Come on now, you lost. I want to see it.
Yeah. I guess that would make Dylan the cream of the crop, according to Randy Savage.
I don't know. Why did I think of Randy Savage?
It's Freak Show.
That's
I mean, like I
bull.
said his name is Randy Poffo. His first name is Randy. I gave you half the
but,
answer to
I
start
mean,
off.
Come on now, man. You don't ever
What are
do
you
this.
doing up
But
there?
it's okay. It's okay. But hey, guys, that's gonna get us into our last segment, Dubs and Chugs, and like always,
AL All-Stars just announced.
Schwarber just let off with another.
Schwarber with a leadoff home run. AL All-Stars just announced. Catcher is Jonah Hines. First base is Diaz.
so great.
Base is Simeon. Third base
I'm
is
so glad that
Young.
you interrupted me for this. We don't need to
I
know
am
this.
too. Me as well. Corey Seager in the outfield. Mike Trout in the outfield. David, do you want to give us the help?
Corey Seager's in the outfield?
That's what it's saying.
Isn't Corey Seager a
Oh,
shortstop?
I'm sorry, shortstop. Sorry. Mike Trout in the outfield. Judge in the outfield. And David. How do we...
Randy Rosarena.
Okay, Nick, continue. Sorry.
So that's going to get us into our Dubs and Chugs, right? We're going to go into our first game on Friday, Twins versus Orioles.
I'm going to go Orioles.
Yeah. Kramer is pitching. He has an 8-3 record, 4.5 ERA. Lopez has a 4.41 ERA for the Twins with a 3-5 record. I just think the bats are better in Baltimore, so I have the Orioles.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on David like I have been. And it's just kind of hard to argue with the 8-3 record. Give me the Orioles there. Going into our next game on Friday, it is the Padres versus the Red Hot Reds.
Yeah, a lot of sweeps going on this weekend, boys. Give me the Reds.
Well, so Yu Darvish is pitching that game. He's had a decent season despite his 5-6 record. Reds are pitching Ashcroft, who actually has a 7.17 ERA this season. However,
know.
those bats are super, super hot in Cincy. They're fresh off a series win versus Baltimore, so I'll take the Reds.
Yeah,
Not
I
to
mean the Reds are super hot. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, not to mention the Padres in their last 4 games they've lost all 4 games, including to a lackluster Nationals team. And in these last 4 games, their least margin of defeat was 2 runs. So
Dang.
I think that the Padres are in a slump, and I think it's going to continue.
The Padres
Yeah.
are done.
So I would love to say, I mean, you got the Padres going away in Cincinnati, but I gotta say, I think they steal at least this game. I think the Padres take this one, at Cincy. Going to our last game on Friday is the Yankees versus Cardinals, and the reason I picked this, I mean, you have to pick it after a perfect game is just thrown.
Yeah, I think the Yankees are going to win this game. So give me the Cardinals.
I don't know what.
Oh,
my brain.
what?
I'm
hurting.
The Yankees are the better team. Severino's on the mounds. Cardinals have been struggling so far. They're last place in the division, so I'm going to go with the Yankees.
Yeah, it's tough. Go ahead.
I think I'm on the Yankees train. I think after a perfect game, I think
You got ran a train on by the Yankees?
yeah, you can be the judge of that. But
Ooh.
I'm gonna say the Yankees are gonna ride this momentum, and I think they're gonna take care of business against a very disappointing Cardinals team.
What's up, Bryce?
Yeah, I feel like the Yankees just have better bats there. I think the Yankees get it done in St. Louis there. Going into Saturday's first game we got, and the reason I picked this game, David, is because it's your arch nemesis, Brewers versus Pirates.
David, answer first.
Yeah, so I actually have on here, my first words were my worst nemesis in the Brewers versus a struggling Pirates team. It's tough. The Pirates have been struggling so far. I do think the Pirates will win this game. So I think they'll have a turnaround. I think this.
All right, give me the Brewers. That's all I needed to hear. Give me the Brewers.
I got the Brewers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, David, your jinx is over, man. Give me
No, it's not.
Give me the Brewers taking one over there. I just think it's gonna happen, man. I'm with you on that, man.
I see
No, you're not. David
I see
took
the
the Pirates.
I see
dude.
the
What are you
giant
talking
yellow
about?
slide in heaven staring down at me, and the Brewers are giving me
Yeah.
the favor.
The Pirates are gonna win this one at home. It's
You
gonna
just
happen.
said the Brewers were going to win, though.
Yeah, I got
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have the Pirates winning. Only
Oh,
because
I-
you two picked that, and I feel like he's right on this one. I think he's got this one right.
Burge is on the mound. He's at 5-5, and from my career playing Call of Duty, nobody wants to go neutral. I think Burns is gonna go above 500 this time.
Or he chokes and goes 5-6 because that's what
Who's
happens.
Brewers you play for? So he
I
chose the
think-
Brewers. Okay.
Anyway, that's going to get into the next game.
You get into
Giants
us?
versus I will if I have to. Oh, wait, what? That's going to get us into our next
Wait,
game.
wait, no, wait.
The Giants
So-
versus Mets.
So I'll go first on this one if you guys don't mind.
Mhm.
I have the Giants versus the Mets winner. Verlander's on the mound, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think the Giants win this game. The series on the season is split between the two, and I think that the Giants come out on top. Mets have been having a very disappointing season, and I think that the Giants are going to win.
I'd go at you that the Mets are arguably right now one of the worst teams in baseball. So I'm going to go with the Giants.
Yeah, Verlander's on the mound versus Desclafani. I like the Giants. I told you I think they'd win the NL West by the end of the season. But I think Verlander has a game. I think the Bats are going to do well at home, so I have the Mets. It's all about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets.
This is so depressing, David, because I'm on the same page with you on this one. I think Verlander goes out there and actually balls out. I think he throws a pretty good game. When I say pretty good, I think he only gives up 3 runs.
All right. Yeah, literally.
Mets win this game at home. Absolutely. Going
I
into our
just,
last
hold on,
game.
real quick, just for craps and giggles, out of you two who both just said the Mets win, can I get a score prediction just for fun?
Yeah, I think the Mets win 6-4.
6-4, David?
I'll say 5-3.
I'll say the Mets lose 8-2.
I say Mets lose. I think it's a close one.
This
but
isn't
Mets
this
won.
isn't our tiebreaker, but okay.
I know. I'm just saying. I was just throwing it out there.
If y'all two are on the same page, it's got to be the epilogue because
Listen, Dylan, what you don't understand is I pick primarily the same picks as David, so that way I don't lose.
And even though you finished in last place last week,
I finished last.
Yeah, he finished last.
Which is usually what
I
happens.
won.
All right.
So, all right, last game, and I actually think this is a really good game, guys. We have the Marlins versus the Braves.
Me and Dylan were in a little bit of an argument over this one as we were talking post conference. I'm gonna go with the Braves. Thank you.
I got the Marlins. I think the Marlins win one game, but I think they win this game. But I think that the Braves take the series. Perez is on the mound.
I know David's on the same page as me. I already know it.
Taking the Marlins.
You got Morton on the mound versus Atlanta, Perez for Miami. Perez actually has a 1.34 ERA with a 5-1 record. Morton has a 3.18 with a 7-6 record. The only thing is my hot take this week said that the Braves would be in double-digit lead by the end of the week, and so I'm going to have to pick the Braves here.
Wow.
I like you back.
I really thought that we'd be on the same page here.
Honestly, if it wasn't for my weekly bet, I would have picked the Marlins.
I know. I just can't go against Perez, man. The dude's been an absolute beast over there. Give me Marlins taking one in Atlanta on this week. Getting into Sunday, and I think this is one of my favorite games to watch is the Red Sox versus the Blue Jays.
My dad just said, by the way, Marlins take 2 of 3. But I'm going to roll with the Blue Jays. Continuing on my whole sweep shenanigan that I have here, they're going to win Friday, they're going to win Saturday, and they're going to win on Sunday. So give me the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Dylan.
I was gonna say I got the Jays too. My former T-ball team. Whenever I lived in Tallahassee, I think Guerrero this year he's got 49 RBIs, currently batting at 280. I think in this game he has a two-hit ball game, one being a home run. I think the Jays take it.
Yeah, so Blue Jays have the pitching and batting advantage in this one. I think Blue Jays win it. Gosman is 7-4 with a 3.01 ERA, so that's not bad.
No.
All right, guys. We can't all four take the same team.
We can.
I originally wanted the Blue Jays to win this one, but now that I'm thinking about it on the Sunday, last game of the series,
You want the Blue Jays.
Give me the Red Sox taking one away from them. Going into our next games. Oh, you gotta love those pink socks, man.
My favorite.
Yeah. Astros versus Rangers.
So I'll start off. Rangers are the best team in Texas this year. I think that the former World Series champions have not been playing up to the standard that they probably hold. And I think the Rangers are going to take the game. I'd tell you to get the Astros a body bag, but they probably want a trash bag instead.
Get him a
David,
body bag.
You're my analysis guy. So you know who's pitching?
We have Valdez is pitching with a 2.49 ERA through 105 innings pitched.
I'm really hurt. I literally gave you all the pitchers last week.
And then we got Heaney with a 4.38 ERA.
Who's for who?
So Valdez is for the Astros and Heaney is for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that right there just makes it that much easier for me to choose the Astros because I was originally going to choose the Astros, and now you're giving me the better pitcher. I'm going to continue to choose the Astros.
That's the exact same reason I'm also picking the Astros. They have the better pitcher in this matchup. Now the Rangers bats are amazing, but the Astros have the pitching advantage in this one, so I'm going to pick the Astros.
First of all, I want to go ahead and say out here, Christian asked me every single pitcher last Dubs and Chugs, and I helped him out. And the fact that he asked you for it really, really is depressing. But yeah, based on that pitching match.
I mean, you make the script though at the same time, so I would.
Yeah, but you asked me.
This is scripted.
Oh God. But at the same time, I mean, you can't argue with the Astros, man. Their pitching is phenomenal. Give me the Astros taking one away from the Rangers. Going
You
into
got
our
Dylan.
last game.
Dylan say
No, he
his
already
pick?
did. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought he already did.
Yeah,
Right? He
You
went
went
first.
Rangers.
I went Rangers.
Exactly. So going into our last game on Sunday, we got the Diamondbacks versus the Angels, and this is actually a series I really want to watch.
Can somebody give me who's on the mound for both games?
Zach
I'm
Gallen.
just kidding. It doesn't matter. Diamondbacks all the way.
Oh no!
Here we
No.
go. Why is
Zach
why?
Gallen's
Why?
freaking cum gallon over
What's
here.
the
Why?
reason?
You just asked me why. Did you repeat
Yes.
that? Did you?
Yes. Christian, why do you have them winning?
Corbin Carroll.
I'm gonna give you a lot of C's right now. Christian is Corbin Carroll's cumster.
I like Corbin Carroll because he's going to be the NL MVP. Or not MVP, Rookie of the Year. My fault.
So
Oh, he might be the MVP the way you talk.
I'll
He's Christian's
say
MVP. Most
I'm not.
veiny
I'm not
penis.
with him. I got the Angels taking it.
Ooh, Christopher Lloyd out in the outfield.
The Angels, I will say the Angels have turned it around from the beginning of the season. Everybody looked at the Angels, said they were probably going to be one of the worst teams in baseball, one of the most disappointing teams in baseball, but they have turned it around. And can I just say,
have they? The
so
same team that lost total of 32 to 12, I think was the final total of all the runs, and they still lost the
So-
series.
Ohtani is the best player in the MLB right now.
I mean, yeah.
So he is a front runner for the MVP, and I'm hearing that he could also win the Cy Young. He leads the Angels in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. And whenever it comes to the pitching staff, he
Just check
leads
this.
them in strikeouts, ERA.
Oh my God,
And-
Dylan,
Right.
David, who you taking? Please hurry
Zach
up.
Gallen's on the mound. He's 10-2 record, 3.02 ER. Detmer isn't playing that bad, but he's 3.77 despite his 1-5 record. I don't go against Gallen though, so I have the D-backs winning.
I have the D-backs.
What?
Well, you can't go against him. I love the pick, and guys, we'll go to our last one. So hey, that's gonna get us into our last tiebreaker game. Oh, David, go to sleep, big child.
Sleep.
So that's gonna get us to our last game, the tiebreaker. Guardians versus Cubs.
I got the Guardians winning this one. The Cubs are 4 games.
What's
from 500.
the score?
Let me get there. This guy.
I know. Amateur hour.
But
He's
I
casting
got the,
couches.
I got the Guardians winning this one. Cubs are currently trying to avoid a series sweep against the Phils. Tylen is on the bump for Chicago, and it's producing a lackluster 6.9 ERA. Nice. And I believe the Guardians will have a great offensive game and take the dub in it. I think that the final score of this game will go 6-3 to the Cleveland Guardians.
Yo, how long have
the
you had a
Galaxy.
green screen on, bro?
He's had it on since we started, but
That Hatsune.
are we playing? What is it, Kai Show?
Did you just
What is
use your
it, Kai
feet?
Show?
I know what you're talking about.
We're
Oh,
playing
no.
that game.
Oh,
Hey, Christian, what you got over there, man?
can you repeat the game?
That's my
We
fault.
got,
That's
we
my
got
bad.
the Guardians versus Cubs.
I'm pretty sure last episode David said he actually expects the Cubs to make a jump and win that division, and I'm pretty sure in order to do that, they got to start here. So give me the Cubs.
Yeah, I did say that. The Cubs have dropped 2 straight to the Phillies, but are still
Let's
one of the hotter teams
go.
right now. However, Talon is pitching with a whopping nice 6.9 ERA with a 2-6 record. Savale hasn't pitched that much. They are in Chicago, but I'm going to have to go with the Guardians here. I have them winning
Oof.
6-2.
Oof. You know, this is where I've earned a lot of points. Give me the Guardians winning in Chicago. I'm gonna go 4-2. I think it's actually gonna be a low-scoring game. Really do. But hey, guys, I just want to throw this out there. David and I are gonna be in Tampa, and we're gonna be in Miami. in Tampa and both Miami, we're gonna do some trivia and hand out some prizes and some beer, hang out, have a good time. I just think like, go out there, meet some people, we'll have a good time. But David, what do you got?
Yeah, we're gonna be out there. We'll be chilling, have some trivia, have some fun. There'll probably be less Macho Man Randy Savage questions. Probably won't be as many Mighty Duck questions. Unfortunately, some people don't know the Mighty Ducks movies that well. I'm not going to name any names. Pretty sad showing by Christian, not going to lie. He only got 2 right there. Kind of disappointed in him. But yeah, if you want to come out, please do. We have a merch line. We'll put the link in the description. Help us out with that. And again, like he said, we like people to come out and give us their opinions. What do you think we should do? Some ideas for punishments. We'll be able to take any kind of comments. We're tired of our moms commenting on everything. That's the only interaction we've been getting is people's moms. So I mean,
no, and I agree, man. It's like,
my mom has to be on the podcast.
You're not gonna hurt our feelings. Like we're out there. We love these comments, man. We love seeing everyone go out there and have a good time. And I will say, when we go to Tampa Bay and when we go to Miami, the questions are gonna be rounded around your city. So it won't be as tough as what he did to us today, which is some bullshit. But
those questions were not that tough.
Yo, have you guys informed the viewers of the surprise that's going to be in both Miami and Tampa? For the viewers that don't know, David will be streaking through the parking lot of both baseball complexes.
Is this a surprise? Oh my god!
It's actually a new segment that they came up with called "How many ballparks can we get kicked out of?"
But
let's shoot for 40.
In all honesty,
40,
like,
30.
What we're planning on doing, and I probably shouldn't say this, is like
parks.
when we do this trivia, we're gonna have a beer too. If you win, you're gonna get a free beer on top of it. So I mean, you can't
you'll get us on top of you.
And if that's how it works, it's how it works, guys. That's just
tied game 1-1 in the Phillies game.
Love it.
Also,
but hey,
I think I have a pretty good suggestion for a punishment.
All right, well, let's not talk about that right now. But
wait a minute. Hey, wait. I want to chime in with one last thing real quick before we close out. NL All-Stars were just announced as well. Sean Murphy's going to be the catcher. Freddie Freeman's going to be at first base. Luis Alvarez is going to be at second base. Nolan Arenado is going to be at shortstop. Arcerea is going to be. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. Rephrase. I meant third base. Arcerea is going to be at shortstop. Acuna's in right field. Betts is in center field. And can somebody guess who's in right field?
No, who's on first?
Can somebody take a guess on who's in right field?
I know it's not Castellanos.
Is it Michael Harris II?
Nope.
It's Corbin Carroll.
It's Corbin Carroll, baby.
Yeah,
it is Corbin Carroll.
I think.
All right,
we'll
get into that. We'll get into that next week, guys. But as always, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the time off. If you're taking Monday off, hey, cheers to you guys. I'm taking Monday off too. Come join me in Tampa Bay. I will love to see any recommendations or just have a beer with you. That's it. But as always, hey, enjoy the weekend. Love you guys.
With witty banter and humor, we keep fun. HTP fam, we always bring the number one. Highlight taking pockets, we taking over the scene. We drop dubs and chugs, living the sports dream. From hot takes to deep dive, it's a winning regime. Come join the hype, we not just blowing steam.